Today, you guys, we're going to be checking my white privilege and taking a course, hopefully, to become a little bit more woke and progressive. I'm talking, of course, about North Face's new program and course to make nature a more equitable place. The North Face has introduced a promotional offer where customers can receive a 20% discount on their products. But here's the catch: only after completing a digital course in racial inclusion. This course aims to educate individuals on the concept of white privilege and how it allegedly provides access to outdoor activities while excluding people of color due to racism. So I saw this and I like North Face. I don't go outdoors too much, but I thought 20% discount just for taking a course. Let's see what it's all about. So let's take it today, you guys. Let's begin the course and see what we find. Welcome to Allyship in the Outdoors. At the North Face, we believe in the power of exploration. As individuals, professionals, and companies who share a love for the outdoors and exploration, we also have a responsibility to support spaces where everyone feels like they belong. This 1-hour digital course is designed to foster a deeper understanding of the unique challenges that people of color face when accessing the outdoors. This course focuses on perspective of race and racism in Europe, and we acknowledge that the experiences of people of color around the globe differs. It also is to provide training and resources through 4 interactive modules to help you be a better ally and to make the outdoors a safer and more welcoming place for everybody. Quite the intro. So this is an hour course. We're going to run through just the first part of it and see what some of these modules have to offer. Let's continue here. So the first module, Module 1, you guys, Diversity in the Outdoors. Where are we now? In this module, you will hear from the athletes and explorers on the current state of diversity in the outdoors. How do they see the outdoor landscapes changing? Who is present? And what does the future look like? Let's begin. So it starts out saying, ask yourself, how many people of color do you see on the slopes, on the hills, or on the trails? People of color are 3 times more likely than white people to live in an area that is nature deprived. Natural England estimates that only 1% of visits to national parks are made by people from ethnically diverse backgrounds, despite making up about 14% of the general population. A 2017 study found that just 26.2% of Black people and 25.7% of Asian people spend time in the countryside, compared with 44% of white people in England. The good news is the outdoors is changing. So let's just stop there. This is kind of the same type of language that we hear from the left when they talk about just about anything. About a month ago, I posted this clip of Jerry Seinfeld talking to a left-wing reporter about inclusion and representation in his comedy in some of his shows. And the point that he made there is, it's about comedy. It doesn't matter about the racial makeup of these shows, and it doesn't have to represent the actual pie chart of America. If somebody's funny, they can be in the shows. And I feel the same way about people in the outdoors. If somebody wants to go hike a hill, they can do it. Why does it matter that we have representation and that the people that we see on the hills or on the ocean swimming or surfing or hiking represents the actual makeup of the United States or England or whatever country you're living in? If somebody wants to do something, I think that they have the ability to do it. And by saying that we need these initiatives and we need these modules to push people into the outdoors, that we need to push minorities into the outdoors, I think really shows how the left doesn't think that Black people or that minorities have agency, that they think that they're so small that they can't access nature and outdoors if white people and companies like the North Face don't push them to do it. It's a very patronizing way to look at this, and I think it's a very patronizing way to look at this, and it is completely ridiculous. But I don't know, if you're a Black person watching this, do you not go to the outdoors because you feel like the hiking trails are racist? I doubt it. So here we go. Let's get back to the module. So where are we now? Let's take a little video and see what North Face has to say.
Current state of our outdoor space. I think things are improving, but we've still got quite a bit of a way to go.
Ethnic diversity in snow sports looks okay, slowly, I would say. It's still obviously not there where it should be.
I guess, yeah, it's not there yet, but I feel like it's getting there.
We've had a lot of pretty impactful events happen in the last few years, and I think conversation is great. I just want to see a bit more actual change.
For what I've seen, I've been running my community for 4 years. I think it's a growing community. I think there's tons of people doing great work in the outdoor space, trying to increase diversity.
You know, the younger generation, they want to like sort of see and people that look like them. And if we want to get more younger people out, that, you know, that sort of representation needs to be there.
The courses such as this that's been introduced by the North Face, like, you know, this allyship course, things can only get better.
I hope we can do more and that we will get there at some point.
If you don't see people wearing burqas and you don't see brown people on the slopes, you're the problem. No, I mean, here's my message is everybody should be going to the outdoors more. White people, black people, Asian people, I don't care who you are. I think all people should spend more time in the outdoors. So I'm not knocking North Face for trying to encourage people to go outside, to get exercise, to participate in the sport. I think it's an absolutely great thing to encourage people to do. Where it differs is having specifically encouraging minorities and people of color to engage in these things, again, is really saying that they don't have the agency to make their own decisions to engage or to participate in these sports. I mean, do we push white people to play basketball more? I don't know. I think that would be a little bit racist, right? That white people can't play basketball or white people cannot engage in activities that, you know, minorities or other communities otherwise participate in. If somebody wants to do it, go ahead and you can do it. And this really reminds me of things like universities encouraging women to go into STEM fields, right? Again, it sends the message that women do not have agency to participate in things that they want to do. If women want to go into STEM fields, they can do it. But to try to artificially manufacture, I guess, a higher percentage of women in STEM or black people on hiking trails, I think is really missing the point. And I think it's kind of backwards thinking. Of course, this module wouldn't be complete without mentioning George Floyd. The dial moved further in June 2020 when George Floyd was murdered by the police in Minneapolis, sparking a global movement for racial justice and the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm sorry. Mentioning George Floyd in a module in a course about black people in the outdoors in North Face's course here, it's pretty funny. It fostered a new awakening in the outdoors that racial inclusion and representation matters in sports like climbing, hiking, snowboarding, skiing, and trail running. I think that's actually a fair point and probably the first point that I agree with here in North Face. If George Floyd was hiking, skiing, or snowboarding instead of smoking crack, he probably would still be alive today. So got to give credit where credit is due. You're right about that one, North Face. All right, you guys, module 1 complete. Let's test our learning. Question 1. Which of the following statements are true when it comes to diversity in the outdoors? A. People thrive when they feel safe, welcome, and part of a community. Sure. B. Diversity allows for better representation that truly reflects society. C. Diversity challenges the status quo by hearing different perspectives. D. Diversity is taking over the conversation in the outdoors. E. Diversity enriches the outdoor experience for everyone. Or F. Diversity creates siloed communities for people of color. I would disagree with a lot of these. Diversity enriches the outdoor experience for everyone. How? Why does having a black person on the slopes increase diversity? And again, this really points to the diversity that the left is talking about. It's not diversity of thought. It's not diversity of experiences. It's not diversity of, biology, men versus women, things that actually have an effect of your life and have biological differences. Diversity of skin color is always the diversity that the left cares most about. Why is that? Because they fundamentally see black, white, Asian, brown people as different. And that is not compatible with the message of the right. That skin color is not what defines you. And this is really the main difference between classic liberals and the new left, where liberals used to say skin color does not define someone. Skin color is not the most important thing about you. The left says the exact opposite, that everything should be viewed through the lens of race, including hiking and being in the outdoors. And I fundamentally reject that. Let me know what you guys think about this course. How'd you do on the test section? Let me know down in the comments below. I want to hear what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video.